So let's take a look at Dynamics 365 platform and the connectivity to the broader Microsoft suite of software. As you can follow from the right hand side of the Infinity image, you see the traditional CRM platform, which includes sales, customer service, field services, marketing, and project services automation. On the left hand side of the Infinity symbol, we see the finance and operations, talent, which is your HR module for attracting and onboarding new staff, and retail, which is Microsoft's POS system. The Dynamics 365 platform natively integrates to that broader Microsoft suite of business applications, which includes Office 365, the Power Platform, which is that Power Apps, Power BI, and Microsoft Flow. And to the top right-hand side, we see the intelligent Azure Cloud Services, which includes CDS, or Common Data Services, as well as Azure Machine Learning and IoT. And finally, to the bottom right-hand side, we see AppSource, which is Microsoft's ISV application store for all custom ISV applications. Okay, so let's talk around self-service. As we look at this forest graph, you can really see the significant rise in the demand of customers wanting a self-service channel, which even outstrips the traditional demand for phone calls and emails. So more key metrics around self-service, and we specifically look around that first metric. 90% of your customers expect your organization to offer a self-service portal or capability. The Dynamics 365 portal comes shipped natively with Dynamics 365 customer engagement licenses. You only need a minimum of 10 licenses, and the portal is provided at no extra charge. You can use the portal for self-service for your customers, staff, or even your partners or contractors, or even all three. In our demo today, we'll be focusing on self-service for customers. We're also going to talk about and demo field services. What can field services do? In our demo, we'll demonstrate planned, unplanned, and preventative maintenance, all from just one fully integrated system. We'll look at the field services workflow from receiving a job right through to completing a work order, and we'll specifically look at IoT connected devices and automating and optimizing schedule and dispatch. Why field services? Ultimately, we're looking for better customer satisfaction and better resource productivity. That's by using the right person, the right place, in the right time, the right skills, and the right equipment. So now let's talk about connected field services. Connected field services is having an asset or a device connected to the intelligent cloud, in this case we're using Azure Cloud, that will provide real-time information from the device to the cloud platform to help you make better real-time smart business decisions. In this slide, you'll see some real benefits of remote monitoring and self-healing, and again, you'll see our demonstration and the benefits of just-in-time preventative maintenance. In a demonstration, we'll also introduce you to Power Apps and Flow. And here you can see the Power Platform, which also includes Power BI. You'll see the Power Platform's seamless integration into both Dynamics 365 and Office 365 through the Common Data Service and its 250 plus connectors. And now it's time for the self-service demonstration. Okay, so let's get started with our first demonstration around customer self-service. So in this scenario, we have Andrew. He's a forklift driver for Australia Post, and Andrew works a night shift, which means Andrew comes home at 5 a.m. in the morning. Andrew comes home to his usual routine, which is to take a shower before he goes to bed. But on this day, Andrew has no water for his shower. Unfortunately, at 5 a.m., Andrew can't just pick up the phone and log his incident, so he does his usual checks first. He checks both the internal and external taps, but they're both fine. Andrew's only option is now to jump online to the self-service portal, which he can do from any device that suits him. So Andrew's gone to the water company's web portal, which sits in the water company's website. As you can see, it's been skinned to the water company's look and feel. There's tweets, videos, marketing campaigns, and a Get Help section where the customer can actually browse knowledge base articles or create cases. Andrew wants to report a fault, so he clicks on Report a Fault button. As he goes to report a fault, he actually realises he's already got login credentials, so he doesn't actually need to fill in all these details. Andrew could connect to a service, he could pay a bill, or he could search knowledge base articles here. For now, we're just going to sign in. As we come to the login page, we can see that new customers could potentially register for a new account. The customer can redeem an invitation sent to them by the water company, or they can log in by their Facebook or Google accounts, or even Azure AD. As Andrew has a Facebook account, he's going to log in via Facebook. Okay, so Andrew's logged in. He goes into his profile and sees all his pertinent information. First name, last name, email address, his actual address, the preferred languages in which he wants to be spoken with, the preferred contact method. So Andrew can actually choose, I'd rather get emails and SMSs. And you can also see his billing history. Actually note that Andrew's bill is actually overdue for March. Andrew then sees the chat facility. So he clicks on the chat facility and says, "Hi Andrew, would you like some assistance?" "Yes, please." "How can you help me?" "We want to report a fault." "Please tell me more about your issue." It's a water issue. And as you can see, the pre-canned responses make it really quick for the customer to be able to choose, instead of having to type in all the time. Okay, let me assist you with that. Have you checked your stop tab? So now the chat facility is actually triaging my call to see if I've actually done the basic steps first. And now it's actually providing me with a quick reference guide that I can actually go through and make sure that I've actually checked this before. So now I can actually go through the knowledge base article to see if I can actually fix the problem myself before I log the ticket. Was the stop turned on or off? It was on. Okay, so now we're going to have to investigate the issue further. So it actually checks all my credentials against my login details and just asks me to confirm. Is this correct? Yes. It provides me with a fault number, and it tells me that one of the technicians will be in touch as soon as possible. "Can I assist you with anything else?" it asks. And I say, "Yes, please," mainly because I've noted that this March bill is overdue and I'm wondering whether they've actually cut off access to my water. So I respond, "Yes, please, and I want to pay that bill." Again, it presents me with that bill, all the summary information, and allows me to pay that outstanding water bill. So I pay the water bill and log off. So let's have a look at what we just demonstrated. We saw an online portal. By using the OAuth protocol, your business is essentially outsourcing that identity management to a third party such as Facebook or Google, meaning that's one less service that you have to manage. Self-managed profile. By allowing a customer to choose their preferred channel of communication, you're going to increase customer satisfaction. View FAQs. Allowing customers access to online FAQs is going to decrease the amount of level 1 calls to your call center. Pay bills. Allowing customers to see and pay bills online without having to go through their online bank account is likely to reduce late payments and bad debts to your organization. Triage chat. By having chat service available 24/7, customers can fix and log incidents at a time that suits them. Again, there are significant cost benefits in reducing the volume of level 1 type of inquiries and allowing your call center staff to focus on level 2 and level 3 inquiries instead. Submit a fault. Allowing a customer to submit and track a fault status will again provide an increased customer satisfaction. Unplanned work order demonstration. In this second scenario, we can see an unplanned work order that Andrew created from the self-service portal has automatically gone into the Dynamics 365 Field Services system, and based on a number of factors such as availability, skills, location, and assets, the job has been allocated to me, Frank Hill, as the Field Services Technician. This work order is sent to my standard mobile device, which in my case is a Samsung smartphone, and I can pick up that job with all the pertinent information and drive to the job knowing that the system has automatically optimized my routes for the day, as well as check for things like the meter type, meter reading, the meter installation date, known common problems, as well as being able to download that full service manual. Through my mobile application and automated workflows, I'm able to provide status updates to both my employer and the customer as well. So the unplanned work order that Andrew created through the portal has now come into the Dynamics 365 Field Services system. As you can see, here is the actual work order, unplanned, no water fault, Andrew O'Brien, and it's open, scheduled at his particular address, and it's coming via the bot. If we look into the details of the actual work order, we can see all the pertinent information. On the left-hand side, we can see the actual work order number, the address of the account, it's a high priority. It even provides instructions in terms of there's a dog at the premises. We can see the incident summary, so we can see that water is unavailable at the customer's premise. It's unplanned work order. You can also see in the middle pane here all the actual service tasks. So this can actually list all the things that need to happen for the field services technician to actually fix the problem. So confirm the supply, inspect the actual tap, collect the readings, diagnose, etc. Tells you what kit that they actually need to take out, and tells you all around the booking information and the fact that it's a fault call out. On the right hand side you see all the service address details for the actual service technician to go out there as well, and how long the actual job should take. If we look at the schedule board for the field services administrator, we can actually see all the jobs for today. We'll start off by looking in the middle column here where all the field services technician. So actually see the name of each field service technician with their own coloured pin, which will actually reflect to the map view here on the left hand side. We can actually see how much work they've done for the week and the utilisation. And we can also see the resource card of each individual field service technician. It tells you their skills. So in this particular case, Billy's good at connections, faults and maintenance. We can highlight Billy's schedule if you wanted to and see all his routes for the day, or we can select all. And the system, as I said previously, automatically routes the best possible route based on all the information. Where the jobs are, where the field services technician currently are, and the fastest way to get there. If we look on the right hand side of the schedule board, we can see all the work orders for the day. You can see they're all in different colour coded, so the light blue in this case means it's completed, the dark blue means it's committed, this aqua colour is for when they're on lunch breaks, etc. And you can also see in the top right hand side that you've got these little flags. In this case it's a red flag, which means it's a priority job. You can even see that unplanned work order of 440 was allocated to me, Frank Hill, as a field services technician. So in this scenario, I'm playing the role of a field services technician. I've just received an SMS saying that I've just received a new job and I need to go out and be there at 4 o'clock. I jump onto my mobile application and click on my bookings. So I can actually see a booking for 68 Pitt Street, West Footscray at 4 PM. And as you can see, I have all the quick links across the top here. For the purpose of this demonstration, we'll go through and have a look down the screen. So I can see all the booking details, work order number 440, it's scheduled, the start time's at 4 PM and the end time is at 5 o'clock. The job should take me approximately 1 hour. The resource is booked to me, Frank Hill. I can see a summary of the information and can see the priority is high. The instructions pull through to the actual mobile application, so I can see the dogs are on premise. The incident type is that it's a fault with no water. I can see the billing information, all the address details here with the map. So if I actually click onto this arrow icon, it actually takes me to the map and provides me directions how to get there. Again, it has incident details, all the service task information in terms of what steps I need to do to fix the meter, any products that I need to take out, notes in terms of I need to get the actual signature of the client once complete, and a signature section that once I actually complete the job, I'll get the customer to sign and send the details across. So as a field service technician, I've actually driven to the job at 68 Pitt Street, West Footscray, and I've actually seen the water meter. That's the water meter I haven't seen before. So I actually load my Power app on my mobile phone, and I click the Power app for my scanning. So I want to scan the meter. I'm just going to use my built-in assets, which is my camera in this case. I'm going to take a photo of the meter. So as I take a photo of the meter, I press OK. Click on scanning the meter. So it's actually doing some OCR and actually registering the meter reading, as you can see. So now it tells me this is the type of meter, Elster, the current reading, the last reading, the date of that last reading, actual installation date. It gives me all my location details, and also gives me a full knowledge base article in terms of specifications and the known faults of that particular meter. So I can actually see that it's actually got a problem with its leaking water meter. So what I can do is go through all the procedures to actually fix that known fault of the water meter, which I do and successfully complete my job. Alternatively, I can even download the full installation manual, as you can see, and the job's done. After completing the job, I actually get the customer to sign my field services application, which generates an automatic workflow to send them a customer survey. Here's an example of something that you can send out. Click on Next, rate the experience, and my general satisfaction. How can we improve? Submit. So that information can now be pushed back into Dynamics 365 dashboards for your business to consume and analyze. As we go back to the Resource Manager's dashboard, we can see again all the active work orders for today, which includes that 440 work order for Andrew O'Brien. We can see the customer satisfaction based on all the surveys. And since actually implementing this particular portal, we can actually see that the customer satisfaction has been on the increase ever since. We can have a look at the average jobs estimated versus time completed. And we can see how long a job should take to how long it actually is taking. We can work out whether the staff actually need training or not. And in this particular dashboard, we can actually see job completion time for all the different types of jobs, faults, water meter replacements, etc. Now the benefit of Dynamics 365 is you can have whatever dashboard that is relevant to you. So if you're a resource manager, you can see this particular dashboard. If you're a finance person, you can have your own finance dashboard. If you're the field service technician, you'll have your own dashboard as well. So it's all role-based dashboards. So again, let's look at what we just demonstrated. We saw a work order allocation which was delivered to our smartphone or tablet. The benefit of that, of course, is no need to go back to base and pick up paper, which is reducing travel time. So the job was allocated to the person with the right skills, which gives you a high chance that the job is done right the first time, which of course is going to increase customer satisfaction. The optimized routing is saving time and money, not having to drive endlessly, which of course means that you could potentially do an extra job. You're definitely going to save on petrol, which of course is environmentally friendly. Mobile knowledge base. The ability to refer to those knowledge base articles on site and not have to carry reams and reams of manuals, etc., is going to save a lot of time in repair. Status updates. The benefits of having those automated workflows update both the customer and the organization in real time is of great benefit. Native apps. Your organization can freely download these native Microsoft applications through iTunes, Google Play, or AppSource. Fully tracked, you can manage KPIs and also manage by exception and know when your staff may need training. And now we're on to the Connected Field Services demonstration. For our third scenario, we're going to demo an example of Connected Field Services to you. We'll be using an aquarium to replicate a water treatment plant, which will then add an IoT connected pump to it. That IoT device is an integrated circuit board with 7 sensors. One of the sensors is a heat sensor, which we'll use to heat up the pump. When it reaches a threshold temperature of 28 degrees, the sensor will then go into an alert mode. From there, we'll heat the pump up to 30 degrees and watch the pump automatically shut off to prevent the pump from overheating. Once the pump then drops below the required temperature, it should then start the pump again, replicating a just-in-time repair and the self-healing process. The Dynamics 365 Field Services system will then create a planned work order as part of its automatic workflow when it recognizes that the pump has failed 3 times in the last month. And from there, the field services technician will replace that pump as part of his routine maintenance schedule. What we've got here is a replication of your treatment plant. So we've got an aquarium, which is your treatment plant, connected to a pump. And in this particular case, we've got an MX chip that's used as your IoT connected device for your water pump. So we'll turn the water pump on now. And what we want to do is actually heat this MX chip up to 28 degrees and then 30 degrees. If we look on the dashboard to our left hand side, we've got temperature readings, pressure readings, humidity and pH levels all come straight off the MX chip. To the right hand side, we've actually got a feed of real-time temperature. So currently it's sitting at 27.2 degrees and you can see the alert is nice and green, so it's okay. Once it gets to 30 degrees, it actually goes into the first stage of alert. Okay, so now hits the 28 degrees. So it's 28.1 degrees. It says the treatment pump is reaching the threshold temperature. The threshold temperature effectively is once it gets to 30 degrees, it's going to make an attempt to actually stop the pump, because in a real world scenario, once it gets to 30 degrees, it's actually going to stop the pump in order to prevent it from actually failing. It's at 29 degrees. Okay, so it's now hit over 30 degrees. It's actually stopping the pump in 10 seconds. It's also said pump is stopping, it's the third failure in the last month, and a planned work order has been created. So in 3 seconds it should automatically stop, which it does. And now you'll also find that the temperature, because we removed the heat source away, it's actually going to cool itself down. Now the system's automatically said, okay, well it's actually now reached below 30 degrees. It's going to restart in 6 seconds. And you can see the temperature here at 29.3 degrees. Okay, and the pump has automatically restarted and prevented the pump from actually overheating. Okay, so what we just demonstrated, IoT connected, having the cost benefits and the peace of mind of having the 24/7 monitoring. Predictive maintenance is really going to provide significant cost savings. Not only can you predict when an asset is going to fail, but you can also extend the life of existing assets that may not need repair or replacement. Real-time analytics. That ability to see quantitative and qualitative data from remote assets is again going to help you with better decision making. Artificial intelligence. Having the network of powerful machines take out the guesswork for you 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, is going to significantly reduce your reliance on gut feel. Cost and time benefits. It's fair to say that the cost and time benefits are obvious, especially when we talk about the predictive pre-fault detection. And intelligent workflows. Having the automated workflows create work orders or send out notifications to both staff and customers is a massive time and money saver. Now on to planned work orders. For our demonstrations of planned work orders, essentially it's the same thing as what you've seen so far for unplanned work orders. So immediately there's a benefit of having just one application. The business gets to consolidate licensing and potentially infrastructure, and also uses the same system, so it's easier for training and overall change management. So with that in mind, I'll finish off the overall benefits of this Dynamics 365 system. Cloud-based, or SaaS. That means that your business doesn't have to worry about all the tasks associated with infrastructure and environments. Keeping it patched and secure, and you'll always be up to date with SaaS environments. Mobile applications. Having native, purpose-built mobile applications that you can download for free is always a great thing. Integration. Typically we integrate with Dynamics 365 using APIs or a dedicated integration layer. I've never been involved in an implementation over the past 10 years that we couldn't actually integrate with. Powerful analytics. Dynamics 365 works seamlessly with Power BI. So whether you want to use the built-in views, charts or dashboards, or if you want to use Power BI instead, Dynamics 365 can provide you with some seriously powerful insights. Automated workflows. Now I've spoken about this earlier. Automated workflows are just massive time and money savers. So Dynamics 365 customer engagement, or what I still call it today as CRM or customer relationship management, is all about having a holistic view of your customer. And ultimately, that's what your business needs if you want to provide increased customer satisfaction.